Hello, a Merry Christmas to one and all. In this video I'm going to take you through my top 10 special editions that I received this year. I'm going to talk a little bit about them. I'm not going to do any real unboxings of them, but I'm going to talk you through a little bit of it. I don't want it to be too long. If you would like to see, I'm probably going to do these separately anyway. I know there's some of them I have done and some of them I will do, but I just wanted to take you through my top 10 of what I think was the best special editions this year. And the only disclaimer I'll say is that if my favourite film was in here, I will not put it at the top because it is my favourite film. This is just purely going on what I think of the actual release and how special I think it is to me. And also I do rate, if you can find any of these at this minute, hopefully wouldn't pay any stupid money for them. I urge you to, well, obviously pick them all up. But for me, they all were essential. Or when I got them, I was like, I had the wow factor. Okay, so coming in at number 10 is one that's not really so much a special edition, but it was one that really set the world alight to me. And it is the 4K version from Blue Underground of Zombie. Now this comes in a lovely embossed slipcase. It's got embossed, slightly embossing there, embossing. I think this is embossed. The spine's embossed. This is embossed. That's embossed. It's absolutely, that's embossed as well. The film itself, I've done a review on this. I'll link all these reviews down below. If there's anything that pertains to these particular releases, I'll put them down there. But this one here has got to be one of the best 4Ks I've seen this year, because of the fact of it's a what you could say is a sort of a cheap exploitation movie, which it isn't really when you watch it. And it was just a amazing thing to think you were getting a movie like this in 4K. But to come in a nice slipcase and a just lovely presentation, which made me put it in with my other special editions, which are a bit more like box sets. But I had to include this one because when I saw it, it was just one of them things where I thought, and Blue Underground are just going above and beyond with all their releases. But number 10, Zombie. Now number 9 is a film, or a, whoa, wow, is a set that I wanted to get for quite a bit, but very recently I really wanted to get it, and I was lucky enough to get it. So I thought, right, I'm going to pounce before it goes out of print. You know, the usual things. I think the main thing I've learned with this year is when you see something, just get it. If you don't get it, you miss out, and then you at the hand of, you know, the things that you don't get, you can get them again on eBay. Of course you can. But you pay ridiculous money for it, well and above what it's actually worth. I don't mind if it's worth something and I pay what it's worth. You see, maybe if something was originally sold for £30, but it's really worth about 60 and I paid 60, I wouldn't mind. But if you're buying something that's really worth £30 and you're buying it for 300, then it becomes a problem. So yes, so this one here, the number 9, is the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Now this is the whole 7 films. And I haven't watched any of them yet. I do really want to watch them. They come on a disc. Now, some of them are doubled up, which is a bit unfortunate. I would prefer them all on a separate disc. But to be honest, it's not the end of the world for me. But I know it's something that's not really the top of the list for most people, most collectors. But it keeps the box set down to a certain size, I suppose. You do get a booklet with this, and you get some. You get an envelope with some I think art cards in there, which I haven't opened yet, and a nice bit of spot glossing on there, I've just noticed. So I will do when I actually watch this set, I will do a deep dive into what it's all about, and I can put more of a better video on about that. But in essence, this is number 9 on my list. It might go higher up when I actually watch it, but that's just going on my reactions to actually having them and how good I think the set is. I do think the set could be maybe a little bit better because the discs could be on separate discs and all the films, and also some of the picture on it is similar on other bits of it. I think they could have put some alternative stuff on there, but that's a minor gripe. And yep, so that's number 9, Nightmare on Elm Street. So coming in at number 8 is a box set from Buster Keaton. I've got 2 box sets this year from Buster Keaton, and they're both brilliant, don't get us wrong, but this one is my favourite of the 2 because it's got Our Hospitality in it, which is probably one of his first feature-length films, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's one of the best silent films I've ever seen. And Go West is a good film as well, when he's got a friendship with a cow. And College is okay. It's not my favourite one of his, but it doesn't matter because the whole setting itself, it's remastered in 4K. It's had the whole 9 yards with it. You get a massive booklet with it, and you also get the Blu Ray, which I would imagine will come out separately for a lot less money. And this one probably will be starting to go for silly money. If you can still get it, I urge you to get it, because the nice hard box that Eureka put these films in, they're just amazing. They're great on the shelf next to each other. So number 7 is a one that I didn't think I would get. I thought it was going to go at the mercy of the scalpers. I didn't get there because I found one, and plus I don't think I would have paid a lot of money for it. I just paid the regulation $24.99, and that's Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2. Now you do get your 2 films on separate discs. I'm interested in watching number 1, for I think it's a good film, and number 2 is one of the worst films ever made, but in a good way. And you do get a booklet with this, quite a nice thick booklet, and also lovely hard box. I like the presentation of this set, I really do. I'm so glad that I got it, because it's one of them ones when you don't get it, then you really want it, and you do feel like you've missed out. Again, I'm keeping the shrink wrap on most of these. If the shrink wrap comes off, I don't mind, because it's protected it for if it lasts for a week or it lasts for a year, then this box set's going to look better for it. But yes, so I'm really interested in seeing these ones, and I will do reviews probably down the line on a couple of these films, a couple of these box sets, especially Nightmare on Elm Street and this one, just to give me sort of full viewpoint on it. So the next one is another one from Eureka. So that's 3 Eureka releases this year, and also if I put the other Buster Keaton in here, that would have been 4. And it is 1961's Mothra. Now this is a kaiju film, and it's coming off the back probably of the Arrow have released Gamera, which I missed out on, which I was pretty sick of, but it's coming out in January as a regular standard box-ish. So I'm going to get all them anyway, so I'll not miss out on the actual titles, but I would love the chance to have got that box set. But I didn't go quick enough, and I paid the price. So that's my New Year's resolution, to go and get these things before. If I like them, just put a thing in and get them got straight away, and then you're not going to be disappointed. So this one here, it's really nice. It's got a lovely poster in here. I think the poster in here is really good, actually. Lovely card material. Got a nice booklet as well. And you've also got the disc. You've got this lovely pink and yellow, which reminds me of rhubarb and custard sweets that you used to get, which I hated, but I liked as well, which is odd. And it's a brilliant set all round. I haven't watched the film yet, but I have looked at it, and it does look nice, nice as it could be. And also, I think the full version of here, which is the Japanese version, is the full version. The English version is a slightly cut down one, which they did used to do with quite a lot of the early kaiju films. Godzilla, Gamera, this. So I'm very interested in watching this, but haven't got round to it yet. I've got a big backlog of these things to watch, but that's good in a way. You can always know when you come to the shelves, you've definitely got something to check out. So that's number 6, that's Mothra. Lovely hard box as well. So number 5 on the list is another film that I did originally get on a standard version, and I saw Keith from Euphoria Pictures unboxing this, and I thought, I've got to get this. So luckily enough, I did see it in the shop. I reserved it over the phone, and I went in and it was there. So I was really pleased to get it up. It is The Shining, the 40th anniversary special edition of it. This again comes in a lovely hard box. I've got the J card on. I still keep the J card on them when they're there, because why not? Because what else are you going to do with it? If it's stuck on, it doesn't come off, I'll leave them on. If it's hanging off, I'll put them away in a cupboard somewhere, and then they're out of sight, out of mind. You get a lot of stuff in this. I've done an unboxing of this, I think, on a video, and you get lots and lots of stuff in there. Actually, I'm going to leave a link to the Euphoria Pictures, Keith's unboxing of this. If you want to see what's in it properly, have a look at that video down there, and you'll see exactly what's in it, because it's an absolutely brilliant video from Keith, as all his videos are, because you unbox everything fully. But for me, it's an amazing film anyway. It's amazing 4K transfer, and this package just tops it off. I would like to think that all of the Stanley Kubrick films that get released in 4K would get this version. But please, A Clockwork Orange next year, 50th anniversary, yes please, we'll have one of them. So number 4 is a film that I've seen, I've watched, and I've done a half a review on the computer. I've still got to finish it off, and I want to put out a full review, so there's a full review of this coming out probably very soon, and it is The Daughters of Darkness, or Daughters of Darkness, and it's from Blue Underground, and it's a lenticular case as well. I don't think that's going to pick it up on here, but the lenticular case on here is so deep, it's unreal. It's lovely. The box is a little bit thicker because in there they have put, and I've flipped the art around on here as well to the alternative art. I mean, it just looks, and the picture quality in here is absolutely breathtaking. Now, I've obviously saving my whole verdict on this to when I do the full review, but you get this, and you also get the compact disc, the soundtrack as well, which the soundtrack to it, which was originally told to me by Juha Yulin, who said it's a good soundtrack. He wasn't kidding, it's absolutely amazing, and can't wait to get the CD out and put it on so I can put it in the car and have it playing as well. You know, it's one of these soundtracks you can listen to over and over again because the songs in it or the tunes in it, should I say, are absolutely amazing, really well done. So that's Daughters of Darkness is number 4. So number 3 is one of the films that's probably the film I've watched the most this year, even though I've seen it about a million times before it, and it is the Studio Canal's 4K version of The Elephant Man. Now the reason I like this is because, well, it's The Elephant Man. It's one of my favourite films of all time. Love everything about this film, and it's got this really good little add-on here, which is a sort of a picture of a church which bears into the film because of Joseph Merrick actually made a church, and it still exists in a museum in London, and you can see it online that what he did was really good at, considering he only really could use one hand. One of his other hands was a bit more too deformed to use, and so this just pops up like that, and inside it's got a ton of stuff. I don't think I've ever done an unboxing of this video. I think I might do. I plan to do a really good, well, in my eyes, a really thorough version of the Elephant Man story. I want to do a really big video, you know, maybe about 40 minutes, but put as much information as I can to make a bit of a definitive version for if you want to go and watch a video about the Elephant Man and all the things about it. But this package here is just absolutely amazing, and it's still in print. You can still see it in the shops. So if you want to get that little bit extra touch with the Elephant Man, like I did, it was a no-brainer to go and get this set. But it looks amazing on 4K as well. Not just, it doesn't look good on the shelves or in you know, in the special edition form. It just looks absolutely amazing all around, and the little R cards you get with it and everything are just, you know, out of sight. So number 2 on the list is the thing that I got just the other day, and you probably know where I'm going with this one. It is the box set of the Friday the 13th, and it's called the Deluxe Edition Collection. And this one is amazing because you get all of the Friday the 13th films in there, and they're all done to a really high standard actually. I think most of the versions are either the same or better as versions that went before. There's extras in here plus some new extras, and some of the new extras are stunning, like the uncut footage from number 2, which I watched the other night, and I couldn't believe some of the things I was seeing. It shows you most of the uncut footage that was in most of the films, and it's absolutely brutal. It's brilliant as well, and just really, it's a shame that it doesn't exist in negative form so it can be put back into the films. Imagine one day if they could do that. That would be the ultimate in this. But I think they've done a great job with this. It looks brilliant. It's just the right size as well. It's not enormous, but it's big enough, you know. And it's I love the artwork on here as well. You get every sort of Jason that's been and whatever. I'm leaving the J card on it at the minute. I'm leaving the cellophane on it at the minute, just because I want to leave it and make it in good pristine condition. but I might take it off and if it gets a bit raggy, this shrink wrap. But that's number 2 on my list, mainly because it's everything in one box. And the fact is, with all the masses of rights issues that they've got, this company, or these companies with each other, the producers, the writers, the directors, they all seem to be at loggerheads. I think that's why we haven't seen a new Friday the 13th film for nearly 10 years. Well, it'll be 10 years next year, which is a travesty. No, sorry, 10. It'll be about 11 years next year. And the next one will be Friday the 13th, part 13. So it's got to be, it should be huge, if you know what I mean. It's got all the potential, but anyway, this is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I got it. And this was, if you've seen my other video, from my good friend Horgos73, picked this up, sorted it all out for me, and sold it to me for an excellent price. So, respect to John. Okay, so you probably will know where I'm going with number 1. So number 1 on my list is obviously the amazing Dawn of the Dead. Now I'm going to put all the videos that I've done down to this one. I have watched the extras nearly, so I'm going to put a video out of the extras, and I'll probably couple that with my thoughts on the 155 version of 155-minute version of Dawn of the Dead, which is on YouTube at the moment, which is great because you can see everything that they put in. But there's a few things I want to talk about with that, and hopefully that'll marry into the video of the extras. And also I want to do another one which will probably be a little bit way down the line on the soundtracks to it as well, because the soundtrack, and it's got everything. So what's in the box, it's, if you don't know, you get the 4K versions of the Argento cut, which is like a shorter version of Dario Argento remixed, if you can imagine, with his own spin on it. It's amazing, but it's kind of a totally different film in essence to the George A. Romero cut, which is a bit longer, but you get a few more sort of social commentary on it. And then you get a longer version, which is like you could see like a sort of, it's not a director's cut, but like a fuller version. Well, the fullest version on here. The only sort of, it's not even a gripe, the only thing I would have liked to have included is the stuff that you get in the 155-minute version, even if they just put it in a little segment and just said, this is extra stuff. Because the stuff that you do see in the 155-minute is quite good. I don't mind that it's not in this, but I would like to see, I can't see it on YouTube, but I would like to think you could see it on here, and it might have a little bit of explanation why it was cut out or what it was all about. And it's but anyway, that's not taking anything away from this set. It's probably the best well, it is the best thing that I do own on physical format, and it doesn't live on the shelves, it lives in the cupboard at the moment, because I think the shelves, I think it's a bit too heavy for the shelves, and also I don't want to get knocked or anything like that. I'm not saying I don't want any of these to get knocked, but these ones, if you knock one of them, it's not going to do that much damage to it at all. It's the special editions which will suffer when they're on these shelves, if they ever put the shelves, which are not really. Okay, so that's my top 10 list. What do you think? Would you have put these in this position? Have you got any of these things? Is there anything on here that you were desperate to get but you couldn't get a hold of? Because my one with that is Gamera. I was really desperate to get that, but I waited too long. I watched too many unboxings and waited, and thought at the end of some of the unboxing I thought, right, this is it, I'm going to go for it, but I missed out. So these ones here, they might be in print, they might not be, or they might be hard to get. Okay, so anyway, thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you sticking around till the end, and you take care, and I'll see you in the next video.